Stand up, New York Mets fans. For those wondering why I'm not as energetic for this, let's be blunt. This Mets core this year has been blowing a lot of goat chunks, but I blame this on a multitude of things. Injury bug coming back to make a snack out of the rotation. Buck Showalter being incompetent with how he broke the lineup when it didn't, the batting order when it didn't need to be fixed, i.e., putting Marte in the middle of the order instead of leaving him in the two slot where he belonged. And the pitching rotation, base and the starting rotation not being up to snuff. The bullpen was at first, but lately it's falling to pieces. Tonight they face the St. Louis Cardinals, who have been the shit heap of the National League Central. Hello, Raph. Mets in their alternate black uniforms tonight. It'll be Miles Mikolas against Tyler McGill. In 4 starts against the Mets, Miles is 1-1. 3 starts against the Mets, Miles is 1-1 with a 1.64 ERA. Come on, damn it! What the hell's with this site this year? You're not kidding, Raph. You want to come in and do this game with me? I mean, you Vegas street punk? I'll take that as a no. I'm really starting to hate how MLB.com is basically fucking with me no matter how I use it. Anyway, let's run down the lineup. For the lineups, for the Cardinals, it'll be Donovan playing second base and batting first. Paul Goldschmidt at first, batting second. Gorman DHing and batting third. Arenado in the hot corner, batting fourth in the cleanup. Wilson Contreras catching and batting fifth. Walker in left, batting sixth. Dylan Carlson in right, batting seventh. Paul DeJong at short, he bats eighth. And Tommy Edman in center, batting ninth. For the Mets, it'll be Brandon Nimmo in center leading off. Starling Marte in his second game back in the two-hole, batting right. Playing right field. Jeff McNeil at second, batting third. Francisco Lindor batting fourth and playing shortstop. Brett Beatty at third. Tommy Pham in left, batting sixth. Vogelbach, I would have preferred Alvarez DH tonight, batting seventh. Canna batting eighth and playing first base. And rounding it out, Omar Narvaez behind the plate, batting ninth. Why does part of me have a bad feeling about this game for one reason or another? I'm trying to keep the flame of faith going with this team, but with Showalter showing how incompetent he's been over the better part of almost 2 months, can't really hold out that much hope. And no one would blame me for that. Cardinals in their traditional road gray unis, Mets in their alternate home black unis.
Because, every once in a while you have to shoot the clown. Okay. Tyler McGill emerges from the smoke. And here is the Cardinals lineup that he will face. Cardinals have the second highest hard hit rate of any team in the majors, second only to the Atlanta Braves. Paul Goldschmidt, MVP in the National League last year, having another fine season. Nolan Arenado's been good offensively, not so much defensively. And Paul DeJong, kills the Mets. And that young lady can't wait for the game to start. Let's go Mets. Oh, boy.
Gill with a 5.14 ERA. He's going to need to really shave that down. He didn't do too well in his last start against Pittsburgh, where he got knocked out after three innings.
McGill, his last against Pittsburgh, gave up 9 runs, 7 earned. A couple of plays could have been made in the field, though, would have helped him along.
But I blame that on the configuration of the lineup by Buck, showing how he can get in over his head at times.
Defense. Mark Canna back at first base. Vientos played the other night, the last game of that Yankee series. Narvaez gets the start behind the dish. And they can go left to right or right to left to the outfield. Tommy Pham has won himself a starting position. He's been swinging a good bat. Marte with the strong arm.
But of course, we all know Marte's going to Pham's going to the bench once Alonso comes back.
There's nothing I can add.
See, before we went to the defense, I thought you were going to be commenting on Brendan Donovan's flow.
Oh, he's got a nice flow.
And let's start off. Brendan Donovan up first.
Big drip.
And the first pitch is a ball from the big drip.
Was like an insult.
Like a big gimlet.
It's like a good thing. It's the evolution of time and language.
High and inside. I don't know what that hump is called. High and out.
Donovan hitting 256, finished third in the Rookie of the Year last year. He leads off. And McGill ready to go and get the night started. His first fastball is up and away for ball one. And we're underway. Donovan, who can play just about everywhere. He started at 6 different positions this year. Started all but 15 games this year for the Cardinals.
Ball 2.
He checks the swing and stopped it in time on the high fastball, and it's 2-0.
I swear, the app has got to stop being faster than the broadcast.
The crew chief who said no swing. And so McGill, who's so often been behind 2-0, starts the night that way. And a
Grounder,
right at
McNeil, Canna, one down.
Opposing second baseman for the first out of the night. Mentioned Cuzzy and Bellino in between Shane Livensparger and Dan Brazell, who seems to have shown.
And Phil Cuzzy is an you just want to punch in the face. This is the son of a bitch who, keep in mind, suspended Max Scherzer for bullshit sticky stuff in his gloves.
The guy who threw him out for sticky stuff
against the Dodgers last month, which in many view began the tailspin. Swing and a miss by Goldschmidt. Strike 1.
81 OPS, 35 homers, 115 driven in. But still having a Goldschmidt-type year at age 35. Finally won the MVP last year. He'd come close 3 or 4 times before.
Ball 1.
And he did that.
And again, that being said, you just want to punch Phil Cuzzy. He's a corrupt idiot who doesn't like getting his feelings hurt and will throw a pitcher out even when they're not using sticky stuff. Ground ball, back to McNeil again. Fires it to Canna, 2 down.
Good sign by Tyler so far. 2 ground balls to second base. Interesting that this Cardinal team, both teams coming off an off day. The Cardinals coming off a home sweep the day he got swept by San Francisco.
A horrendous loss in the
Ball
last
1.
game. Blew a lead in the 9th, lost in the 10th.
A lot of people are clamoring for Marmol's,
1-1.
the manager, or Oliver Marmol's head in St. Louis, from what I hear from my buddies back in St. Louis.
And who'd blame them? To some level, you're also wanting Met fans to call for Buck Showalter and Billy Epler's heads for their incompetence. The former, for their roster configuration, for his incompetent roster configuration, swung and miss 1-1, and the latter for being too slow to pull the trigger on players we did need in the trade deadline last year, and getting players we didn't need in the offseason this year. That's popped up, left side of the infield, Beatty's under it, and he's going to catch it to end the inning.
And that retires the side, so we go with a fast start. 9 pitches, 1, 2, 3, no score.
So far, so good. No score. That's coming up.
So Rare MLB, a free revolutionary fantasy game and marketplace that transforms fans into general managers. Build your team with ownable digital player cards. Collect, buy.
I don't care for the commercials. For those wondering, I'm watching this on the MLB.TV app. App is the freebie game. It'll be Nimmo, Marte, and McNeil coming up to start the first. Why is the Adventures in Odyssey wiki not working? I just go to the Adventures in Odyssey website. Nemo had the game winner in last night's game on Sunday. On Wednesday, I should say. First pitch, strike one. Miles hasn't had a good start in his own right. 14 starts, he's 4-3 with a 4.02 ERA. Ball one. Ball two. 2-1 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike two.
National League in batting, there are only 6 qualified hitters hitting 300 in each league.
That's foul, pop foul, and out of play on the left, on the third base side of the infield and over the Cardinal dugout into the fourth row behind it.
Last year was an all-star. 32 starts, 3.29 ERA, 202 innings. Go 200 innings in this day and age. That is huge.
Ball three, up and out.
Michaelis started his career in the U.S., went to Japan for 3 years, pitched for the Yomiuri Giants, enjoyed great success there, and came back a finished product. Now in his 5th year with the Cardinals. 3-2 coming. And
he fouls that one back behind the backstop.
1.9 walks per 9 innings this year.
He's got a great overhand curveball. He cuts his fastball, sinks it. Does a lot of different things. He looks like a pitcher from a time warp from the 80s.
What's wrong with Miles? Up and out, ball four, and Nimmo walks.
An 8-pitch walk to lead off.
Yeah, well, you didn't pull the curtain shade down on that curveball. He missed with 3 different curveballs in that at-bat to Nimmo. That's a heavy chain around his neck.
So now Starling Marte, who has plenty of experience but not much luck hitting against Michaelis. And he
that's down the right field line.
That's a foul ball.
But it's foul. Just barely.
You know, I've noticed with Marte, you know, he's had starts and stops off to a bad start this year. You wonder about the 2 groin surgeries, if that's affected him. He says he's healthy, but I've noticed he's picked it up the last 5 weeks. He's been trying consciously to go to right field. And he's
that's a little too consciously.
He's just kind of compacted his swing and looking to make contact.
Working on a 6-game hitting streak right now, but just 3 home runs this season.
But I blame that on where Buck put him for a good chunk of the last 6 weeks.
And he
through the hole and left, base hit. We got runners on first and second for the Mets.
So the Mets have the first 2 men on against Michaelis, with Jeff McNeil coming up.
I just like Marte in that 2-hole. Just gives you the speed up in the top of the order and the stolen base threat.
Which is why I was so pissed for the better part of a month, screaming at Buck to put him back in the 2-hole or threaten to kill him. Or I threatened to kill Buck. Ball one to McNeil. I mean, seriously, that was a selfish and incompetent decision by Buck to move Marte down in the lineup. And did it work? In most cases, no, it didn't. Ball one.
Just 7 hits in the last 38 at-bats. Nimmo at second, Marte at first, just getting started. And the
McNeil lines one to right, base hit. Hot play on the hop. Nimmo's going to have to hold up at third, and now the bags are loaded for Lindor. This was a situation they struggled with against the Yankees.
Key to that, look at Jeff just stay back and let the ball break into the bat. And Brandon has to hold up here to make sure. Did the right thing.
So Mike was struggling with his curveball early on, and now here's Francisco Lindor, who's only hit him against the curveball against Garrett Cole in his last 15 at-bats.
Ball one.
And he takes a curve outside for ball one. So Lindor with 43 runs batted in, second on the club behind Alonso.
Again, is out with a wrist injury. Swung a curve and he missed it.
Past it, and Michael is bound and determined to get that thing to work.
He sure is. That was a better one, or the best one he's thrown so far.
Good speed all the way around. Nimmo, Marte, McNeil. Third baseman Arenado playing at the edge of the grass. And Lindor
That's fouled.
one off, and he's down to the
Back, way behind the plate.
Lindor.
And he popped it up.
Against right-hand pitching over 184 at-bats. It's been a struggle for him from the left side.
Which is why I get frustrated whenever he hits from the left, when he sucks at it.
Bases loaded, nobody out. And the curveball hit back to Michael as he comes home from the force.
And a double play.
Contreras from a 1-2-3 double play.
Come on, Lindor. Stop hitting from the left side of the plate. You suck at it, you son of a bitch. Golden opportunity about to be squandered again. You sons of bitches.
Michael is able to make this play kind of short it's home, but they made the play anyway. Boosted.
Good play by Contreras to reach down, take
Remind me to kill you for that, Lindor.
So now second and
Remind me to fucking kill you. You need to start hitting more consistently from the right-hand side of the plate. I don't give a damn if it's righty against lefty. Don't if you're facing a right-hand pitcher. Just hit from the right side of the plate. Stop trying to hit from the left. It's becoming a pain in the dick. Ball two.
Gave up a walk and 2 singles. He came into the night having given up the second most hits of any pitcher in the National League. He's now given up 94 hits in 81 innings.
You could see a 2-0 hook here. Base open.
That's fouled off by Beatty.
And your Cardinal Chevy defense, and we mentioned the goal.
I think that says runs. Let's see how many.
Arenado having a tough year. They say 6 platinum, 10 gold gloves. We can't ignore Paul Goldschmidt.
2 on the Beatty. Down the right field line. Fair ball. And that's going to bring home McNeil and Marte. And Lindor. 2-run double, and the Mets go up 2-0. Let's go!
Up and in fastball. Trying to come in, and he did. And Beatty turned. The ball was up in the strike zone and right down that line by the Gold Glover.
19th and 20th runs batted in for Beatty, and now Tommy Pham.
Pham stares at that one, strike one.
In the same spot to Beatty. First one he fouled back, second one he kept fair.
Tommy Pham, who was drafted by the Cardinals, spent the first 5 years of his career with them. And he hit
ground ball through the middle, base hit again. Beatty's going to get home easily. It's 3-0 Mets.
The Mets with a cornucopia of runs in the first inning. They had scored only 16 runs in their first 68 games in the first inning. They've played in 3 tonight.
Fastball, and Pham is a good fastball hitter.
And Mikolas is about to get a
good high fastball hitter.
And Mikolas is about to get a visit from his catcher, from Wilson Contreras.
And Beatty's going to score easily.
Dusty Blake, the pitching coach, heading out to talk to
Mikolas.
Upset with himself.
Threw down the rosin bag in anger, and I don't blame him.
As a pitcher, you're probably feeling like he's giving up 3 ground ball base hits, but they've been hit hard.
Well, that's one of the things.
So here comes probably the worst hitter in the Met lineup right now, Daniel Vogelbach. No reason to play this guy. I would have preferred Alvarez as the DH tonight. You can at least get some cumulative power.
This year it's minus 26. A huge turnaround to the negative side. Here's Vogelbach, and he drills one foul.
Down the right field line, but it's going to go foul.
Vogelbach had the last 7 games to sit and watch and work on his swing, and now back in there tonight.
That was nice out of type, right? Jumping on that first pitch.
I'm sure that's something that has been emphasized to him, to be a little more aggressive at the plate. And the curveball misses 1-1.
1-1.
Vogelbach is a very patient hitter who will throw a lot of walks, but he's been patient almost to a fault this year.
Yeah, patient to a massive fault.
Matched the Mets' best this year in the first. Vogelbach looking for more.
Ball 2.
Michael is really struggling, 2-1.
I mean, seriously, if that batting average of Vogelbach goes under the Mendoza line, it would be a good time to get rid of him.
They've moved him out into center field, and they say he's done a heck of a job out there.
And Vogelbach pops it up. Goldschmidt's under it. Give me a break. This is why I didn't want Vogelbach in the lineup tonight. But the Mets do get a pair of RBI hits, a double by Beatty, and a single by Pham, and the Mets get 3 out of it. 3-0 New York through 1. Let's just see if we can hold it this time. Mets off to a good start so far, but let's see if we can hold the line. They'll deal with Arenado, Contreras, and Walker in the second, in the St. Louis second. Other games going on right now. It's tied at 2 in D.C. between the Nationals and the Marlins. Yanks up 1-0, but they're facing 2 men on base and 1 out from Boston. Chicago clobbered the Orioles 10-3, and most of the other early games are getting started as we speak. Colorado and Atlanta started right now. Bottom 1, no score. So the Mets get 3 runs on 4 hits. Ball 1 to Arenado. Again, I'm a little fed up that this app, at the game day, is going a lot faster than the broadcasts, both in the radio booth and on the television set.
Second inning, Tyler McGill
fouled off.
3-0 lead. Nolan Arenado leads off and takes a slider low for ball 1. Arenado, 7-time All-Star. He finished 3rd in the MVP balloting that Goldschmidt won last year. That's how good the Cardinals were.
That's fouled off.
And both Goldschmidt and Arenado are having pretty good offensive seasons.
Well, Arenado got red hot in June, hitting 400 for the month thus far with 4 home runs, 8 extra base hits, 9 RBI.
He's got a 9-game.
Fouls another one off, 2-2.
McGill makes him move his feet, and it's 2-1. Well, he's won a Gold Glove award every year he's been in the league. He probably will not win one this year.
Please excuse me for a moment, folks. My favorite audio drama is on right now. 2-2 pitch. And got him. On the grounded out. Or it could be a fly out. I know that says outs. Grounder to McNeil. To Canna. Sorry about that, folks. I just need to know which AIO episode it was.
Haven't done a game in a couple
Not
of days.
the Secret Weapon's not one of my favorite episodes, to be frank.
I feel the same as you. It's like when I haven't done
Strike
a game for
1-1 pitch, 1-1 count.
Words are going to come out.
Yeah, but the most important thing, though, did we miss each other?
Strike 2.
See you, kid. Wilson Contreras takes a fastball outside. Well, Contreras has been the center of so much attention this year. Signed a 5-year free agent contract coming over from the rival Cubs. He had been a linchpin of that
2016
Chicago team going back to their
Hey, Raph.
Oh, hi, Matt.
things have not gone well.
So what's up?
Definitely good because speaking about the New York Mets, I was on Tuesday I was doing like a live stream between Yankees versus Mets, but I think that team with Matt Scherzer, the Mets had to think about a good look charm after they had to do it.
But let's be frank. What, in my opinion, killed the Mets for the better part of this season, this early stretch? It was Buck moving Marte out of the 2 slot. You saw how productivity was horrible with that issue, right?
Yep.
I mean, I was
Yep,
screaming at him. I don't even know why he moved Marte down in the batting order.
I think they needed something to.
Full count.
And they need something to put
reason
on
behind
because
it.
they
It
need.
killed productivity. It killed discipline at the plate, and it was getting to the point where I wanted to punch Buck in the face.
Wow.
Payoff pitch. Sit down, Wilson. You're out. Strike 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's also really annoying that the MLB.com pitch game day thing has been faster than both the radio and audio broadcasts the past couple years, which has been a pain in the ass.
Wow. Wow, that explains a lot. Yep.
Ball
That
1.
explains a lot.
But then again, on the other hand, Oliver Marmol, the manager of the Cardinals, has really been under the gun this year. I mean, the Cardinals currently sit in the basement of a rather anemic NL Central. Strike 1. Know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yep. And let's not forget that, that Cardinals of St. Louis, they had only 27 wins and 42 losers.
Going into this one,
Which
Bain
is
will
really
pick it up,
complete
fire it to first, gets the out. 1-2-3 inning again. Inning and a half complete. 3-0 New York.
Uh-huh. Yep.
This is only the second
Yep,
Met
exactly.
game that I've bothered to call this year.
Oh, I understood. Yeah.
If you can believe that. In my last game I called was near the end of April when this tailspin started against San Francisco.
Oh.
The 7-4 loss.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it.
I mean, when we look at how bad David Peterson has pitched this year, you know he's covering something up. I think it's a bone spur in one of his feet.
Gotcha. Yes.
I mean, how else does ERA be that bad? It's got to be a bone spur. Know what I mean?
Yep.
Because
It makes sense.
We saw it with Carrasco earlier this year before we had to put him on the injured list.
Yeah, it might be right about this, but yes, but they are really, really struggling because when the team pitches well, they cannot hit them. But they have to play with a lot of runs. They give enough a lot more because it's been like a Murphy slug out of the season, but not in the good kind of way about it. Because Buck Showalter had to strive for the different lineups. I mean, he's been trying for the different arms of the bullpen and still hasn't worked at the end.
Here's the thing with the batting order. The old phrase is, if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. And he tried to fix what wasn't broken.
Yep.
And it blew up in his face.
Uh-huh.
I mean, look, if we're behind Atlanta for a few games, a few games behind Atlanta, I don't mind that. But being 5 behind Miami is ridiculous. And that's for second in the division.
Yep, exactly.
Marcana takes a sinker for a strike from the start at the bottom of the second. And it's been swinging the bat.
Here's the 0-1. Ball 1 to Canna.
Slider down, ball and strike. Canna, then Omar Narvaez and Brandon Nimmo.
They need to do something about it. They need to do something.
I mean, why can't the Mets just... And then again, Billy Epler has been a people pleaser, sweeping the deficiencies of the players he picks up as well as the coaches under the rug instead of dealing with them. Canna flies one to straightaway center. Edmonds under it. Donovan's under it. He's got it. 1 down.
Yep. They need something. They need something better. They need to something fix it.
But then again, I could also blame them promoting Eric Chavez from a hitting coach to the bench coach. It took away plate discipline.
Exactly.
First pitch to Narvaez, and he'll stare at it, strike 1.
His arm is not strong. They say his arm as an infielder wasn't that strong, but he's not used to throwing length from the outfield.
Check swing, grounder. Donovan, the Goldschmidt, 2 down.
Watch baseball live or on demand on your favorite supported devices. Save 50% for Father's Day through this Sunday, June 18th. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. I didn't know it was Father's Day this week either.
You didn't. You didn't? Did you?
No, shut up, Gary.
Never. I mean,
here's Nimmo.
My kids better know.
Well, find out, won't you?
Pitch. Drives it to deep right center. Back Carlson will track. It's playable, and it'll die at the edge of the wall for the catch. Michaelis gets out of that one unscathed and clean as a sheet. 3-0 through 2. Must have gone to the bathroom.
The ticketing app trusted by fans. SeatGeek, so fans can fan. The City Custom Cash Card automatically adjusts to earn you more cash back in your top eligible spend category. You don't have to keep tabs on rotating categories. This is the only rotating I care about. Or activate anything to your cash back automatically adjusts for you. Can I get a cucumber water? Earn 5% cash back that automatically adjusts to your top eligible spend category. Up to $500 spent each billing cycle with the City Custom Cash Card. I love it. Hey, what are you doing right now? You up for something impetuous? I'm a Palm Springs hotel. I got the desert air, sun-kissed pools, and shady hideaways. I'm looking for someone who can decide on a Friday that a one-night commitment on a Saturday is a fine idea. Maybe you've heard of the Rat Pack. They hung out here all the time. So pack a bag or don't. You could be here.
Strike 1 to Carlson on the curve that went over on the left side. The secret weapon is tonight's episode. That means to search the wit three-parters and Wednesday.
Collect, buy, sell, and trade to optimize your lineup. Compete against so rare managers from around the world. Climb leaderboards and advance to elite
Ball
competitions.
1.
Based on your player's performance on the field, win reward.
Ball 2 as Miguel misses again.
Without the ball leaving the infield. Carlson switch hitter batting left. He takes the first pitch curveball for a strike. Also much better from the right side this year, hitting just .238 as a left-hand batter.
Would just step up from what Lindor hits from the left this year when compared to the right. Fouls that one off, 2-2.
Carlson, then Met Killer Paul DeYoung, then Tommy Edman. I think that's a permanent part of Paul DeYoung's name, right?
2-2 pitch.
Like Bucky Dent has a certain little name,
but only in Boston.
Missed on the curveball again. Full count.
his last start in Pittsburgh did not fare well, but
Nope.
he had his highest average fastball
Oh.
velocity of the season. 95.2 on his fastball in Pittsburgh.
Come on, Ty. Just
So
get the
last
K.
two fastballs at 96 tonight. And the curveball
Fouled off
outside
again.
Carlson, 3-2.
Still a full count.
Carlson, a better
Carlson
left-hander
fighting. I'll give him that much.
than right, even though he's hitting better this year from the right side thus far.
You gotta mute yourself, Raph. Unless you're eating now.
I was facing the audio. Yes.
Blood with outfielders.
Third payoff pitches.
Right now, Lars Winkbar at the top of the field. Some fans on Friday nights.
Yeah, I think they have it. I think they have an issue with him, but
3-2.
Payoff.
And
Fouled off again. When I said this, this play-by-play thing has been getting too fast this year, I literally mean it's too fast this year.
Yep, exactly.
Here's the payoff again from Miguel. Sit down! Strike 3.
Wow, that was really fast because I'm looking at the miles per hour. I think it's yep. That was really fast.
Not to mention Carlson swung under it and swung over it. And there goes the no-hitter as DeJong gets a single. Then again, Paul DeJong has been a fucking Met killer in his tenure, in his stint as a member of St. Louis.
21 extra base hits and 107 bats against the Mets.
Ball one.
Slugging percentage in this ballpark over 900 versus for courses. I mean, last year he had 157.
But then again, he was injured most of last year. That's line left center, base hit. Pham will cut it off before he gets to the gap, and DeJong will stop it first with a single.
Well, this is all-time slugging percentage against
all-time slugging percentage against the Mets. Frank Howard, Michael Young, Stan Musial, Paul DeJong, and Big Mac are the top 5. From 5 to 1.
63, so Stan's only had that was 2 years.
In minimum 100 plate appearances in their lifetimes.
62, 63 Met pitching stats.
He did with the bat what Larry Jackson did with his arm. Jackson was like 21-4.
Tommy Edman, 237 batters, 7 homers, 26 RBIs this year.
I think just 206 as a left-hand batter, 313 right-handed this year. Beatty in on the grass at third.
Try to get a double play ball.
Change up in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Tommy Edman got his first big league hit in this ballpark. In 2019, he hit it off a guy who's now his teammate, Steven Matz. Matz has been relegated to the bullpen by the Cardinals after a rough stretch. St. Louis hasn't really pitched well from their starters, but certainly not from their bullpen, but it's been a rough go for Matt since he signed with St. Louis.
How many leads have they coughed up?
24. 24 blown leads.
Fuck.
Curveball
Popped up. Lindor will get under it.
Treating, and it's Lindor waving
Shallow left, and he's got it.
his creamsicle shoes, he makes the catch. 2 out. Time for the live same-game parlay presented by PointsBet.
Mets defeat the Cardinals with 9.5 total runs over and a plus 350 spread. Total payout would be $225 on a $50 bet.
21-2. Yeah. Here's Brendan Donovan, who grounded out his first time up.
Larry Jackson pitched for the Cardinals, the Cubs.
Ball one.
Missing inside to Donovan. 21-2 is good, but he started out 15-0 against the Mets. Wow. Send a limo. Well,
Strike one.
Change up strike, and it's 1-1. I mean, the Mets did lose 120 games that first year.
True.
Tucks that chin under his shoulder, on top of his shoulder, I should say.
It's fouled off.
Change
1-2
up,
again.
it's 1-2. You have to be a little wary if you're a base runner with McGill on the mound. He has shown a really good move to first base. He's already picked 2 runners off this year. Young, now a big base stealer. He's got 3 so far.
That's fouled off again.
Ronnie, his command just seems so much better tonight.
Well, he has slowed down his body. He was going through a stretch where he really was getting the big drip, was getting a big lean towards home plate, and I think it was his arm was stalled behind him. But tonight, so far, he's got a nice tempo. He's working really kind of. His body's slower than we've seen it the last 2 or 3 starts.
Sit down. Strike 3.
Hefner and McGill.
So it looks like a conscious change.
Yeah, it has to be. Now, if you're watching, he's throwing the ball where he wants to throw it. Now he's missed a couple inside, but almost every pitch that's been called, he's thrown it in the spot. It means it has a purpose. He's under control. That's what you want to see from Tyler. He should be a strike thrower, not a guy who walks people.
Pay up. 2-2.
Coming. And he struck
Got him.
with the slider.
I'm with the slider again.
Strikeout from McGill, 2 in that inning. 3-0 New York.
Mets do give up a hit, though, but nothing comes out of it. 2.5 innings complete. 3-0 New York. Games the Secret Weapons episodes tonight. That means Monday through Wednesday is Search for Win. Right choice the following weekend. The whole deal with Witt coming home on the following week. Strike 1 to Marte. We start the bottom of the 3rd inning. Ball 1. Again, I'm really hating that the Game Day app, Game Day, is so fucking fast when compared to both the audio and video reception calls of the game. Fouled off, strike 2, as it was up and out. Up and in.
Home 3rd inning, Starling Marte leads off against Miles Michaelis and takes a curveball for a strike. Marte singled through the hole in the left, scored a run in the 1st inning. Just his 6th hit in 36 career at-bats against Miles Michaelis.
Ball 2. That's another
3rd. That's got 3 in the 1st. They loaded him up.
Would have been 5 if Lindor didn't hit back to the mound for a 1-2-3 double play. That's fouled off.
Slider fouled off. It's 1-2.
Michaelis doesn't use his body at all, Ronnie. Yeah, he's just a big barrel-chested guy, strong guy, great shape.
The sooner that those pride flags are gone, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Doesn't overthrow it.
That's fouled off again down the left field line.
Became a big fan of the Marlins, who was traded to Jupiter, and especially a fan of Josh Beckett. Oh, wow. It's good pitching there to have.
Contreras, did he break the glove or pitch count?
Pitch comes busted. did on Contreras.
This is a good way to buy time for your pitcher, right? Just carry it all the way to the dugout rather than having somebody bring it out to you. With the catcher, they need the earpiece to go with the pitch comp. Special guest Jolly Olive joins the show to recap the Subway Series and review the Mets starting rotation.
Who the hell is Jolly Olive?
The Mets Pod, presented by Tri-State Cadillac Dealers. Subscribe and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Anyway, here's the 1-2 to Marte. Ground ball right, base hit. Second single of the night for Marte.
Marte, single through the hole in the left, singles through the hole in the right. He's 2 for 2.
When Marte does so well, stays on top of the high pitch.
You see, Buck, this is why you never move Marte out of the 2 hole, you son of a bitch.
Don't throw it. You see the way Edmund threw the ball back to the infield? It was like the second base.
Pitch to McNeil. That's line to right base hit. Marte's going to make a break for third base. He'll get there easily. While McNeil stops at first. 6th hit of the night for the Mets. And 5 of those 6 have been singles. And McNeil and Marte are 4 for 4 between them.
Not wasting any time, Jeff. We've come to see him do that a lot. He's been taking a lot more pitches this year, a little more selective, but he can stun you. With first ball hitting Marte easily to third base there.
Now another chance for Lindor.
Lindor fouls that one off, 0-1. Lindor was stupid enough to ground to a double play last at bat.
Put him in the second spot of the order. He did that Wednesday night against the Yankees. And Marte went 1 for 4 in that game and drove in a big run. And now
And McNeil again pops. And McNeil pops it up. Come on, Francisco. You son of a bitch.
Pete comes back. A lot of guys can move down and lengthen that lineup.
I even question Buck putting McNeil. Oh, never mind. Here's the 0-1 to McNeil. I mean, the Lindor.
Okay.
It's a left, barely deep. And it's caught on the warning track by Walker. Marte will tag up and he'll score 4-0 on the RBI stack fly. McNeil is safe at second.
Oh, wow.
It's for Lindor, that's his 44th RBI of the year, and it's 4-0 Mets.
Yep.
Pitch to Beatty, strike 1. Beatty had a 2-run double, and then he scored in the first inning. 0-1. Grounds it to first base side. Schmidt will scoop it up. His only play to first. He'll pitch it to Nicholas. McNeil will go to third. 2 down. And here's Pham. Gary, shut up about that. And he's also down up for Marlins.
Which makes it the first player in Major League history to have 15 home runs and 30 stolen bases within his team's first 70 games.
Acuna or Ozzie?
MVP year.
They referring to Acuna or Ozzie in that case.
Done something like that with
Juan Samuel, maybe.
Alfonso Soriano.
Check swings foul. 0-2. Didn't really get a lot of wood on that one.
Center driving run to the first. It's now 10.5 games behind the Braves going into play tonight. Miami's playing Washington. Alcantara on that 4-3 Marlins in the third. So Alcantara's spotty season continues following his Cy Young award.
Well, we know the Braves got hot in the second half of last season, and since then, 121 and 59, the Bravos.
It's like a 675 winning percentage.
1-2, ball 2.
It's 2-2. Well, I mean, they keep finding new pieces, right? Last night, A.J. Smith-Schaefer got his first big league win. 20 years old. And
here's a 2-2. Bay lines one. Pham lines one to left. Base hit. It's 5-0 Mets. McNeil gets home easily. Pham will stop at first with another single. 5-0 New York in the third. Stand up, Mets fans. Where the fuck has this Mets team been for the last month? For the better part of a month. For Pham, that's his 24th RBI of the year. Here comes a guy who's been lacking in production this year, Daniel Vogelbach, who by now has to have his batting average at the edge of the Mendoza line, or not complete, or if not below it. Strike one. Ball 1. And at that point, once that batting average of Vogies gets under the Mendoza line, I suggest DFAing his ass. That's foul. It's grounder, one hopper to Donovan. He'll flip it to Goldschmidt and end the inning. But not before the Mets pick up another 2 on 3 hits. You get another 2 runs on 3 hits. We're through 3. Mets 5, St. Louis 0. Mets 5, Cardinals 0. And the Cardinals yet to get on the board. In the meantime, I'm going to turn on SmackDown and see how that's going to pan out tonight. The main question on tonight's show is, where is Jey Uso's allegiance going to be? With the bloodline, because he's been nothing more than a fucking whipping boy, or with his brother, or will he finally just out his freedom after nearly 3 years inside his gym? We all know that what happened at Night of Champions was the straw that broke the camel's back. Back for Jimmy. For Jimmy and Roman, what happened at Night of Champions on May 27th was the straw that broke the camel's back. We're only 3 weeks away from Money in the Bank. In London. We still need to know, where does Jay's loyalty lie? With his brother, or with his brother, or his abusive cousin? We're going to find out tonight.
This is one heck of a script. Looking for a little bit of history tonight.
Ball 1. Strike 1. Ball 2. Last Friday, Jey Uso had a crack at the U.S. title, but he blew it. But due to mishaps, it failed.
Second base his first time up. Gorman and Arenado to follow. Gill now with a 5-0 lead to work with. Goldschmidt takes a high fastball, 1-1.
And goalie pops it up. McNeil's under it. He's got it. 1 down.
Exactly double what it was last year. So you know that he was out of whack. It's still early in this game, but the returns have been encouraging.
So far. That's popped up. Shallow right. McNeil's under it. Got it. Ball 2 to Gorman.
And let Goldschmidt maybe get himself out, and he did.
And there are attendant benefits too, right? If you're not walking people, you're not having as long innings, and then maybe
We're over an hour into this broadcast, since I did technically start this at 7 o'clock.
I know a lot of people don't believe about pitching to the score, but if you
2-1
have
pitch.
5 runs and then you have a 2-1 count, you've got to challenge the hitter to make sure he puts it in play. No walks.
Gorman popped up his first time. Fastball sells high 2-0.
One of the few pitches where McGill really rushed that to the plate, so try to slow it down again.
Gorman just 23 years old. First round pick.
Fouls it off again, 2-2.
In Arizona. And he breaks his bat as he fouls it off, and he will need a new weapon. City probables for the remaining.
Am Wainwright and Kodai Senga tomorrow. Matthew Liberatore and Carlos Carrasco on Sunday. I think this will be Liberatore's debut in Flushing on Sunday.
Pitching struggles for Cardinals, doing their homework right now.
Wainwright got a late start to his season. Still settling in.
Foul back, 2-2.
Pitching coach, Dustin Blake. Also, Turner Ward has become their hitting coach. Big turnover in their coaching. And Joe McEwing, our fan favorite, is the bench coach.
Skip Schumacher, who was their bench coach, is now managing successfully in Miami.
Struck him out swinging. That's K number 4.
Right to the back foot of Gorman for his first
Gorman didn't chase after that one. For McGill, that's K number 4.
Watch how he pauses. After he steps back, watch he just pauses over the
So far, so good for Ty.
regroups, and then proceeds to pitch. It's almost like he's trying his best to slow his body down so he gets that arm out in front. It's nice to see. Total control so far.
Nolan Arenado. He takes a fast
Strike 1.
There's a sharpness to his pitches that we certainly didn't see in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, sharpness he lacked against Pittsburgh, where he was just giving up cookies. Bay scoops it up on the 2-hopper, fires the first, got him. And that ends the fourth, the top of the fourth. A 1-2-3 inning for Ty. And speak of the devil, here he comes. Fuck you to death, Roman. WrestleMania 40, you're going down, Roman, once and for all. And then you'll have to cut that fat walrus of a cancer that is Paul fucking Heyman. And did you forget some, or is it under the coat? Tonight on SmackDown, will Jey Uso fall in line with the Bloodline, or will he get kicked out? Personally, I'm hoping for the latter so we can get a tag match between Roman and Solo versus the Usos at Money in the Bank. SmackDown comes live tonight from the campus of the University of Kentucky. We're kicking it off with the Street Profits.
Revolutionary fantasy game and marketplace that transforms fans into general managers.
Ball 1 to Canna.
Digital player cards. Collect, buy, sell, and
So far, the only Mets have yet to get a hit tonight are Nimmo, Lindor, Vogelbach, Canna, and Navarez. Canna flies one to center. It's playable for Edman, and he's going to grab it one away. And there's hit row. The Good Brothers. Pretty deadly. Oh, it's the gauntlet to determine who gets the tag title shot. Now I remember. The LWO. See how far he hit this one. Fly ball, center field, closer to the track. Wall, it carries, but Edmonds able to chase it down and rob Canna of a double. They're going to start with the Brawling Brutes. Oh, boy. Halfway at the track is where that one was caught. That's starting to show a little lack of discipline at the plate. Here's the pitch to Navarez. Ball one. That's line caught by DeYoung. Hung on the leap. Let's see. 1-1 to Nimmo, who's walked and was. So they're starting off tonight's SmackDown with the Gauntlet match. Ball two. Nice drop kick. That's fouled. Oop, too much, not enough space between. Let's see how far this went. Not too deep. It's going to be easy for Edmund, and he's got it. Miles gets him 1-2-3. However, he's still behind by 5. I mean, the Cardinals are still down by 5. For those wondering how a gauntlet match works, it's luck of the draw. When one team is beat, they are out of the match. Last team standing will get the next tag title shot against KO and Sami Zayn. We have the LWO, Pretty Deadly, the Good Brothers, Hit Row. All waiting in the wings for this. Here comes Dawkins for the. Rich misses the hook. Forearm shot. Bro kick. Street Profits are gone. It's going to be the Good Brothers next. Foul ball to Contreras from Ty, strike one. Fouled off again, 0-2. A massive warhorse. That goes way outside ball one on the pitch, on 0-2 pitch. Fouled it off again. I think the Cardinals are starting to figure out Ty's pitch scheme. It's 5-3 in Washington in favor of Miami. Way outside again, 2-2. And the Mets are 3-9 in the month of June, which is just as bad. Fouled off again. But then again, what was the key factor in the Mets falling apart? Art Buck moving Marte out of the 2 slot, where I wanted to kill him for that, and where I was at the verge of wanting to murder him for that. But now that he's back, he's put Marte back where he belongs. He sees that what he did, breaking the lineup and trying to the lineup, didn't pan out. Contreras, fly ball, left center, that's gone. Cardinals on the board, and St. Louis gets on the board. And that ball's gone. St. Louis gets on the board. 5-1. One with a leadoff bomb. Bomb by Wilson. Oh boy. This isn't good. Let's see where he hit this one. Here's the 2-2. Goodbye. Down the line. Gone. For Wilson, that's his 8th, and the Cardinals are now on the board. It's 5-1 New York. Went too high on that breaking ball.
See it hanging right upstairs. That's the 94th home run for the Cardinals. They come into the game 3rd in the National League in home runs. This was no doubt up in the Coors Light skyline.
That's foul down the right field line. 1-1.
That's H play right there. There we go. Right up there on the tee. Stayed back. Don't rush out after it. Let it come to you.
And that's what he did.
Jordan Walker grounded out his first time up. Walker began the year like a house of fire, then was sent down to the minors a month into the season. Spent 5 weeks in AAA before being called back, and he's been hot since returning. Just turned 21 years old at the end of May.
That's fouled off.
Cuda came up as a third base.
And a base hit given up by Miguel. Like I said, St. Louis starting to figure out Ty, and this isn't a good sign. And it's a double down the left field line. Pham couldn't get to it fast enough.
Walker took 326 in 12 games since coming back from the minor leagues. That's a great foul. Fair down the line. It stayed fair just inside the stripe. Played off the carrot by Pham. Walker to second. The tag by McNeil. And he's safe. Close play at second base. But Walker able to leg it into a double.
Hold on.
I think they beat him on the throw. I think that Walker lost his stride halfway to second base.
Chavez says no challenge.
I thought McNeil might have dropped the ball on the tag, but we'll see.
Okay. Fair ball. That's fine. They're not going to challenge it. I would have tried to challenge it. Let's see what happened.
No, he beat it. He beat it.
He beat it. It's legit. It's on the up and up. He's safe.
He needed it with one hand on the bag and the other hand following the play.
Down 4 runs. He
McNeil was a little too slow to get the tag on. Get to apply the tag. Ball 1. 1-1 count.
Only Major League player umpire whose dad went to MIT. Wow. How about that? Here's Dylan Carlson who struck out.
Just get it out here, Ty. Just get the out.
And that fastball changeup catches the inside.
So back-to-back hits given up by McGill, a homer by Contreras, and now a double by Jordan Walker. And he plunks Carlson. Ty is starting to panic. Try very off. Yeah, Jeff was too slow on the tag.
Get his glove through the base, had to go over the top. By that time, Walker's left hand was in. Good call by Dan Merzel. Oh, that one hits him.
Got him in the shin.
And Carlson will go to first base.
Yeah, it's panic. Ty is starting to panic.
For the Cardinals here in the fifth. Home run double and now a hit by pitch.
Ty is panicking right now. He's lost his command in some way or another. Thank God for the pad. Ball 2. Come on, Mets. Wake the fuck up. Ty, snap out of it.
So trouble getting deep into games. Great start for him, but now it's 5-1, 2 men on, nobody out. Here's Paul DeYoung who had a base hit his first time up.
Ball 3. Come on, Ty. Snap out of it, you son of a bitch. Snap the fuck out of it.
Now he's back in that stretch, and the pitchers have been all over the place.
Stop doing that damn stretch. Ball 3.
This is down with the changeup, and it's 2-0.
Strike 1. God, just have him get out of this inning without giving him much more, taking any more hits. Just get him a damn out.
That's over the last couple of weeks. So
Right.
a lot of multiple run leads get away. 3 times in Atlanta, again against the Yankees on Tuesday night. Let's have a 5-0 lead in this game. There's some stirring around the Mets bullpen. They're not going to waste any time.
You don't want to let this game get away from you.
Rio coming.
Sit down. The Young had a 3-0 lead pitch to count on, and the LWO's gone. Who's next? Pretty Deadly? Nope, it's Hit Row.
Can't let this game get away.
And that's up the knees for a strike, and it's 3-2 to DeYoung.
And now it's Pretty Deadly, who I'm pretty sure are going to steal this one.
McGill has come back from 3.
Because they're the only team left in this.
Hasn't walked about it tonight. He struck out 4. And making 5 is against DeYoung with the high fastball. 1 out.
Took you long enough to snap out of it, Ty. 1 down.
Strikes on 3-2, but I like that Tyler went with the fastball there. He's hung a couple breaking balls this inning, so he went after him once he got behind with that breaking ball. Dominic Leone is up in the bullpen.
Dominic Leone will probably come in the 5th if Ty gets out of it. If he doesn't,
In the 10th on Wednesday with a free runner at second and retired all 3 hitters, and then the Mets were able to walk it off at the bottom of the 10th. Swing and a miss by Edman on a first pitch curveball, 0-1.
Cardinals have been chasing
who's injured?
a lot of bad breaking balls.
Who's injured?
Edman popped up to short his first time up.
Who's fucking injured?
Walker at second, Carlson at first with 1 out. And Edman grounds out foul off his leg.
Ouch. You know, I mentioned in the open that 15 games prior.
Ooh,
Cardinals
Edman hit it off his foot.
15 for 94 with runners in scoring position. That's a 160 average. Paul DeYoung right there is a low ball hitter. He took that 3-1 fastball. It wasn't so much location down the middle as you mentioned, Ryan.
Got him in the shin as he swung at it. Ball 1.
Strength, and he took it 3-1.
This is a Cardinal team. If you look at them statistically, they should be a lot better than they are. They only have a -13 run differential for the season, but they're 15 games under 500. They've blown leads. They have a terrible record in 1-run games, 7-16. Lost 5 straight after being swept by the Giants. They're in
1-2.
need of a win as much as the Mets.
Gordon going. Ball 1.
By Narvaez, and
Got him! He picked him off and caught him. What the hell was Jordan Walker thinking at that point?
I mean, you have to put a hold sign on when your team is down 4 runs. You just would assume that you're in scoring position. You're not going to go anywhere. Nice throw by
as the third base runner to be thrown out with McGill on the mound out of 8 attempts this year. That's a great percentage. That's a Rocky J. Squirrel right there. Now 1-2 to Edmund.
1-2, and Edmund goes down swinging. Throw to first. We'll get him. Cannon will step on it. Side retire, but not before the Cardinals get 1 run on 2 hits and a plunk batter, but they strand 1. We're halfway home in this one. It's the Mets 5, St. Louis, and the Cardinals 1. I'm going to be blunt as to who wins this one. Pretty deadly. It would make sense for them to win the match since they're heels, whereas the Falling Boots are essentially baby faces. Strike 1 to Marte as he just stares at it. Swings and misses, 0-2. Fly ball to center. Caught, 1 down.
Starting Marte leads off the home fifth. He's already 2 for 2, and he takes a curveball for a strike 1 and 2 in the third. And skied out to center.
Not very deep. Edmonds under it, 1 down.
Well, there's a mocktail event, Absence of Proof, coming to Citi Field Thursday, June 29th.
Ball.
July 2nd, Cadillac and Duncan will run in the Fiat 4 home games. Absence of Proof.
Ball 1.
Mocktails. Yes. They're cocktails with no alcohol. So that means we can drink them while we're working. We can. I'm having one.
And McNeil flies 1, and now the Met discipline at the plate is missing. I mean, this is the issue I'm having with this Met squad this year. They'll get big leads, and then they'll get cocky and swing at just about everything, forgetting the discipline they had in the early phases of the game.
Non-alcoholic whiskey and Coke. How you get
Strike 1. Whereas on the flip side, their pitchers will start good, but then the opposition figures them out, starts to figure them out.
It's a way to participate in the
Ball
social
2.
experience of having a cocktail without having a cocktail. Without indulging. Plus, why don't you join us? Wait a second. You're inviting the waiter to. It's not the waiter. He's our friend, but he's waiting on us right now. Pretending.
Fouls that one off. 2-2.
Russ, go ahead. Dave, you want to sip too? No, Dave. You go, Dave. Dave, there you go. Haven't you ever bought out a bottle of wine, Canal, and you let the waiter try a little sip because it's such a special bottle? Oh, is that a thing? It's a thing.
And Lindor just fucking stared at it.
Was it 1 or 2 out?
Good fucking grief, Francisco. Once again, I keep saying to you, stop hitting from the left-hand side of the plate. Commit yourself to the right. You damn idiot. Either way, 1-2-3 inning for Milikis again. 7 retired Mets in a row. And it's now, we're 5 innings through. 5-1 New York. Mets 5, Cardinals 1.
Late nights and regulars hold it up high. You clock in for happy hours and holidays. Late nights and regulars. When others go to play, you go to work. Because you don't just carry kegs, you carry the night. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. For every purpose, for every path, every soul, for every season, there's a Ram.
Ball 1 to Donovan.
Now during Ram season, get 10% below MSRP on the 2023 Ram 1500.
Time around the batting order for Tyler McGill as we start.
And a base hit to left.
Brendan Donovan is grounded out and struck out.
So a leadoff single. Ty is starting to lose some focus again.
Avoided further damage in the fifth. And Donovan takes one the other way, and he's got himself a leadoff hit. Tracked down nicely on a hop by Pham to hold Donovan to a leadoff single. Well, this is a big inning.
Pretty deadly going to London. 1, 2, done.
This is going with the pitch. We're seeing a lot more of it in today's hitters. That's going right with it. Mentioned that McGill has had trouble getting deep into games. This is his 14th start. It's only the 5th time he's thrown a pitch in the 6th inning. Those 14 starts. Goldschmidt whacks one.
Goldschmidt lacks one to the right center. Marte's got it.
Marte got a nice break on that ball. And really
Whew.
long fly hit by Goldschmidt for the first out.
You pretty much knew Pretty Deadly was going to win this one.
Talking about getting deep into games. Part of the reason they talk about the third time through the order penalty.
Ball
Teams
1.
are hitting .391 against McGill third time through the batting.
Well, a lot of times he's had so many runners prior to that. Jordan Walker there.
We're talking too about when stealing third might not be a great idea.
Well, it doesn't have to be that long a conversation. Just be very succinct.
Fouls that one off. Deep to right field. Heading towards the corner. Well fouled.
Next time you're on second base and you're down 4 runs, do not steal. You don't do that. And that's the end of the conversation.
Get that right.
He appreciates his young player and he's trying to teach him. You would hope before you get to this level that you would, young player, that you would know that.
Even an idiot would know that.
But he's just a couple years out of high school.
Yeah, no, I
I mean, he didn't play a professional game until 2 years ago.
I'm just saying for myself, Gary, that this is stuff I learned when I was 10 or 12 years old.
Sit down.
You learned it earlier. Yeah. Well,
I better tell Raven not to disturb me while I'm calling the ball.
You said to start with your foot up. Well, it really wasn't stolen. You could go as soon as the pitch crossed the plate.
that didn't happen. Come on.
Yes, it did.
No. Can't have a catcher with a lousy arm.
Gorman strikes out for the second time. 7 strikeouts.
That's 7 for Ty.
Let's check in with the studio. Nicky Latarullo with a game break brought to you by your local Honda dealer. Nicky.
Ball 1 to Edmund. Yeah, I wonder if this will be the last inning for Ty.
Mario adding a home run. Braves trying for their 4th straight win. Narvaez down in the dirt to stop the McGill curveball.
They're up 8-0 in the fifth. In the meantime, it's 5 each in Washington in the bottom of the fifth.
Longest outing of the year has been 6 innings. Needs one more out to get through the sixth. Up through his 88th pitch of the night. Donovan at first with 2 out. And Arenado takes fastball for a strike. 1-1.
Ball 2.
So he's not throwing quite as hard as he did in Pittsburgh, but he's throwing a whole lot more effective. I'll always take precise. I'll overpower. You'd like to have both now. Both now.
But require
Well, it's an
ball
adjustment
2.
mindset. I mean, remember when he pitched opening day in Washington last year and he was throwing 99 early in the game, and he said that one of his goals was to hit 100? Yes. And probably worked against him in the long run. But maybe that switch has been flipped. 2-1 to Arenado. And he
Takes one to right. Marte's going to get it. And that ends the inning. 1 hit for St. Louis and nothing else. Miguel's gone through 6 with a little over 80 pitches, almost 90 pitches. Personally, I think it's time to pull him out just to be safe. 5-1 through 5.5, New York. Jose doesn't do Met games. If I was doing the Yankee one, then tomorrow, maybe he'd be willing to collaborate with me. I mean, he's a diehard fan of the Yankees. As much as I don't like the Yankees, the whole feud vendetta against Boston is a legendary one. Evie's playing Final Fantasy, so I'm not going to bug him. So I can't bug him.
Every day, more dog people and more vets are deciding it's time for a fresh approach to pet food.
They're about to chew up and spit pretty deadly out.
Dog food that's actually, well, food. Developed with vets, made from real meat and veggies, portioned for your dog, and delivered right to your door. It's smarter, healthier pet food.
We want our dog to fetch it, drop it, and drop it. Sadly, we can't have it all.
Ball 1 to Beatty.
So as we start the bottom of the sixth, Beatty drove in the first 2 runs of this game.
Ball 2.
Double in the first, grounded out the third, 1 for 2. That was a 2-run double. I believe he had 2 strikes on him at the time. I'm not sure, but it was a good pitch up and in. 2-1 or 1-2, Gary?
That's line to center. Edman will get it, and he's got it. 1 down again.
The ball will always find you. Edman, most inexperienced at his position, he's handled it fine tonight. That's a 6 foot out of that. Here's your 6th inning recap.
That's 4 out of 6 with runners in scoring position tonight. No walks by Miguel, but he struck out 7. 1 walk and 1 strikeout from Mikolas. Bam loops one in the center. Caught again by that little bastard Edman. Can we stop hitting it towards this motherfucker? Of that same son of a bitch. But what the hell is up with Sandy this year is the question. I mean, normally he's the Marlin ace, and that's usually when the Marlins are bad. But now that they're good, he's falling apart. Ball 1. Bogey beat it. And batting average now just on the Mendoza line. If he fucks it up, he's a dead duck. They're probably going to DFA him. Ball 3. Ball two. Trust me, it wouldn't surprise me if they either DFA him or send him down. Now, if he doesn't hit it.
That's right. We haven't seen them since April.
Goodbye! Only his third homer of the year, but Bogey blasts it to deep right field. Did you hear that deep right field down the line? You can forget about that's going into that Coca-Cola corner. Vogelbach with his third homer of the year. 6-1 Mets. '36 hit in Citi Field. Healed by the Mets. And they're up 6-1. Yeah, especially with his batting average on the Mendoza line exactly before he hit that one. One, two. Well into the Coca-Cola corner. One-two pitch to Canna. And he gets plunked on the elbow again. Seriously, how many times is it this year the Mets have been plunked by pitches? I mean, last year they had the record for most plunks in baseball history last year. And for most batters plunked in a single season. Alvarez, strike one. Ball two. Yeah, but let's just hope it's not the same issue we had with Jimmy McCant, i.e., sample size from a pandemic against a set of teams he is familiar with, going into a new territory with teams he's not familiar with. That's fouled off, 2-2. Which was the issue with Jimmy McCant. Two, driven to left, pop to left, behind third, Walker's under it, loses his hat, and he's got it. But Bogey gets the run back on a bomb to right. 6 innings complete, 6-1, New York. .401 footer by Vogelbach. Let's make a pitching change. They're bringing in Dominic Leone to replace Tyler McGill. So Ty's night is done after 6 innings, 90 pitches, 7 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 run, a solo bomb that he gave up to Wilson Contreras in the 5th. If you ask me, I'm pretty sure Mikolas is pretty much done after 6 himself. 87 pitches, 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and a long bomb. Contreras will lead off for the Cardinals in the 7th.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
I hate fucking commercials.
Coverage camp, good
Bye.
night for Tyler McGill.
He just had all of his pitches working, the preciseness of his fastball, pitching in to right-handed hitters, the breaking ball that he got strikeouts on, 7 in the game. But the most important statistic, I think, not only did he lead with a lead, no walks from McGill in tonight's game as Dominic Leone comes into the game.
Leone, who was a big hero for the Mets on Wednesday night, came in to pitch the 10th inning, worked around the free runner, and wound up the winning pitcher. One night after having thrown an inning and 2/3, he's back for more, facing Wilson Contreras, who's responsible for the only St. Louis run tonight with a home
Ball
run
one.
that he tucked just inside the left field foul pole in the 5th. McGill went 6, allowed a run on 4 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts, a hit batsman, a home run, 90 pitches, 6 innings, equaling his longest outing of the year.
This time he's going to rip one in the right field hole for a base hit. It's to lead off the 7th for St. Louis.
So Contreras has his second hit of the night.
Slider, a little cutter away off the end of the bat, but his intent was to go with it. I mean, that's just a big, wide open lane for you to start an inning off with a base hit.
Fox Baseball in America tomorrow. Baseball Night in America on Fox. It's Rays Padres or Sox Yankees. I'm getting the Sox Yankees and Sox tomorrow night. Those on the West Coast or in Florida will get Tampa to San Diego. That's fouled. Strike 1. Walker had a double in the 5th, but then he got picked off. But then he got caught stealing 3rd. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So he went around 0-2. Come on, get the K, Dom. Get the K. Get the K, you bastards.
Losing their 6th consecutive game. I mentioned this earlier. It bears repeating. Cardinals have the worst record in the National League. The last time they finished a season with the worst record in the National League was 1918.
Shit.
5 years ago.
Well, that's fucking scary. 0-2. Sit down.
Swinging on the cutter, and Leone has to strike out for his first out. But they're only 8 games out of first place because there's only one team in the Central that's over 500. The Pirates are just 1 game over 500.
And they've lost 3 in a row. The team that's really creeping up on them is not the Brewers, who have lost 6 in a row in their own right, but the Cincinnati Reds, who have won 5 in a row. Ball 1 from Leone to Edmund into Carlson, who was struck out and he's been hit. And he's been plunked. One 0. And he's plunked again. This time he gets plunked on the elbow. And this time he gets plunked in the elbow. Here comes the trainer.
base on the pitcher, but you don't account for the ball that hits.
Looks like we're going to get a pinch runner. Depending on how badly that one got him.
Get the feeling back in his arm. Meanwhile, in the Yankee-Red Sox game, Tanner Houck got hit by a one-bounce comeback right in the face. Ow. Walking off the field with a towel to his head. Carlson here goes to first
And the
base.
Yankees are getting clobbered 13-1 by the Red Sox. Carlson will go to first.
Guys are hitting the ball.
But that still has to hurt if you're the that still has to hurt if you're Dylan Carlson.
Pitchers are being taught to max out the velocity and not
Pitch to DeYoung. Leon pitches to DeYoung. Here it
Here's
comes.
Paul DeYoung with 2 men on. And he
Grounds
hits
it.
the play ball.
Lindor.
Backhanded by
McNeil.
Lindor. Out at second.
Canna. 6-4-3. And the Mets get out of it. St. Louis strings 2 on a single and a hit batter. It's time to stretch at City, excuse me. Through 6.5. Nets 6. St. Louis 1. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back for its root. Root for the Metsies. Metsies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Whew. Can I say something about my anger towards Charlotte Flair? Charlotte not rolling this time? Yeah. Okay. You know why I never want... I am sick of Charlotte getting back in the title hunts. She's basically the female equivalent of Dr. Regis Blacker. Who? You've heard of Adventures in Odyssey, the audio drama? By Focus on the Family? Yes, I have. That's currently leads 6-1. Charlotte, just go the fuck away, you bitch. And what's my opinion with Adam Pearce as the head of both Raw and SmackDown? People pleaser.
Pete Alonso got involved with Stubby Clapp, who yanked him down to the ground. No suspension for Stubby.
This was in last April's series in St. Louis.
5-7 from the Cardinals last year.
It's had a 7-run comeback in the 9th inning of May 5th. Goldschmidt and Alonso pummeled everyone. First pitch to Nimmo.
New pitcher in the game for the Cardinals.
New pitcher for the Cardinals. It's Jesus Cabrera. Genesis Cabrera. That's bounced to the right side. Goldschmidt will grab it. Scoop it to Cabrera. 1 down.
1 pitch, 1 out.
Grayson Collar effects up next.
Cabrera trying to find
Or Waller
his
effect.
form as you see his
Cabrera has had a bad go around this year. He got removed from the closer spot and moved to middle relief. 25 games, 5.61 ERA, 25 2/3 innings, 16 walks, 32 strikeouts, 6 walks, homers allowed, 26 hits. Here's Marte, who is 2 for 3 tonight.
Their former closer, Giovanni Gallegos, has just not been the same. And everybody in between has struggled as well.
Pair of singles and a fly out for Marte. He's also scored 2 runs.
Blown 24 leads this year. Marte's 2-1.
1-1.
You would think a guy named Hennessy's would pitch the start of games.
Yes.
Book 1. At least be an opener.
Ball
Be
2.
very good at strike 1. Anything that's the initial movement.
He's developed a slider this year that he didn't throw before. He used to be a fastball, curveball, changeup guy. So he's altered his repertoire, and now hoping the results catch up.
That one's ground to third. Arnaud will pick it up. Fire it to Goldschmidt. 2 down.
2 out. Let's check the road ahead, presented by your Tri-State.
Road ahead for the Mets. After this, they'll go to Houston to play 3 with the Astros, and then 3 in Philadelphia. And then a 3-gamer with Philly.
2 night games and a day game in Houston, and then 3 games in Philly. We won't be doing the Friday game.
Josh Walker will be playing warming up in the pen for the 8th. Personally, I don't like that idea. I mean, I'd say let Leon throw one more batter in the 8th, and then bring in Walker, but I don't know. Swing and a miss to McNeil, strike 1. McNeil 2 out of 3 with a pair of singles, scored 2 runs, and also he's flown out.
This week, opposite field, second deck.
One of them 116 miles an hour exit velocity.
I mean, I saw there was a graphic of all the left-handed home runs that have been hit at least 450 feet this year, and they were all to the right of center except for the one that Ohtani hit to left center. Now think about this. He tied Pete Alonso last night for the major league lead in home runs, and he's 3rd in the major leagues in striking people out.
He's such an outlier. It's just today I was just fooling around and went to the baseball reference page.
But the problem is, why do the Angels even keep him around when he's basically wasting his talent with a team whose owner is a fucking cheapskate?
Last 5 at bats, right? Or 5 games as a hitter.
McNeil grounds it to first.
5 games as a pitcher.
So 7 pitches, 3 ground outs, and that does it for the Mets in the 7th.
That's hit over the bag, and Goldschmidt is there. And the 1-2-3 for Hennessy's Cabrera in the bottom of the 7th. On to the 8th, 6-1.
We'll go to the 8th, 6-1 New York. New York 6, St. Louis 1.
I used to be a cat lady. Now I'm a cat goddess, thanks to Pretty Litter. It soaks up
For the
odor
Mets,
better
this is
than
their
any cat
69th
litter
game of
I've
the
ever
year.
used.
For St. Louis, their 70th.
And changes color to monitor my cat's health. Pretty Litter tells you what your cat can't. Because a happy feline makes life divine. And Pretty Litter delivers to your door. It's all pretty magical if you ask me. Go to prettylitter.com.
Hey, what are you doing right now? You up for something impetuous? I'm a Palm Springs.
You know, Bailey and Eo are in the women's Money in the Bank this year.
Sun-kissed pools and shady hideaways. I'm looking for someone who can decide on a Friday that a one-night commitment on a Saturday is a fine idea. Maybe you heard of the Rat Pack. They hung out here all the time. So pack a bag, or don't. You could be here in a few hours. Meet me at hotels.com.
Wendy's Strawberry Frosty is back for the summer, so Tyler's been spending a lot of Frosty time outside.
Ooh. What? Bro, you look like a strawberry. It'll even out. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Now open late.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling! You're being too loud. Thank you.
Good choice.
My lucky number.
Earn 5 times miles on flights.
Enjoy your stay.
Going up?
And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges.
White wine, please.
And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
In the next 2 weeks, you'll work, plan, switch it up, make something special. You'll outdo yourself. And so will she. Make every day payday with money at the speed of you. Earn in.
Congratulations to tonight's City Community Home Runs fan of the game, Colleen, who as of now has won a Mets autograph and Mets prize pack. Don't forget to enter the sweepstakes, and if you donate to No Kid Hungry, you can receive up to 50 additional entries. We go to the 8th inning at Citi Field. Mets with a 6-1 lead, looking for their second straight win, and left-hander Josh Walker will come on to pitch.
Well, he got the promotion because he pitched so well in AAA. 26 punch-outs and 14 appearances with a 1.45 ERA down in Syracuse.
Gave up a run Tuesday night against the Yankees, which he probably should not have. He was on the mound when Brandon Nimmo dropped the ball in center field off the bat of Anthony Volpe that was scored a double. In any event, Walker's looked good in his limited outing since being recalled. And he fires a fastball low to Tommy Edman.
1-1.
Edman has popped up and struck out 0 for 2. Tyler McGill went the first 6, allowed a run on 4 hits. Dominic Leone worked an inning, no runs, 1 hit. And now Walker in the 8th.
That's pop foul, 1-2.
Your high-speed hitting tonight.
High-speed hitting tonight. Jordan Walker hit a double in the left field line for 110 miles. Tommy Pham hit a single in the 3rd for 109 miles. And, of course, Wilson Contreras solo bomb in the 5th. 1-2 from Walker to Edman. Here it comes. Sit down!
Breaking ball by Walker to strike out Edman for the first out. The Cardinals have the second highest hard hit rate. That's balls 95, exit velocity or above. Second highest hard hit rate in the majors behind the Braves. And they've hit some balls hard tonight. They just haven't been productive.
They also have 9 punch-outs tonight.
Right. Those now, if you did exit velocity, John Smoltz said this to me the other day.
Yeah.
Right. If you factor in, if you did exit velocity, John Smoltz said this to me the other day.
Yeah.
Strike 1, foul off, strike 2.
The balls that don't get hit at all and give them a 0 exit velocity, and then you average that in with a player or a team's exit velocity, who would come out on top?
Then you'd have the true exit velocity of a team.
It's fouled off.
Not as sexy because it'd be around 50 or 40 miles an hour.
Well, that's okay. You'd still have the team with the best, or the player with the best exit velocity, factoring in each strikeout as 0. You gotta run that metric. See what we can do with it.
Tommy Rockland.
Make his own
1-2 to Donovan.
He doesn't have enough to do.
Show business. What was he here, 6 in the morning? Tommy, you get here at 6 this morning?
No, he doesn't.
Here's 1-2.
77.
Sit down. That's 10 Ks again for Cardinals hitters tonight.
Strikeouts to start the 8th. Now a word from Duncan.
Dunkin' Rewards are a hit. Save them, stack them, use them how you want. Not a member? Join on the app today.
Oh, Walker struck out the first 2 to face him. That's 10 strikeouts from Met pitchers tonight. Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt up.
3, hit one of the warning track and right his last time up.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
First pitch fastball, 0-1.
The height of Walker and the angle he gets, I like.
No, it's not. Strike 2.
Roughly 2 strikes on Goldschmidt.
That's hit to right field. Marte's back. It's playable, though, and he's got it. 1-2-3 inning for the Mets. 6. Let's get the Cardinals 1-2-3 in the 8th. 7.5 down, 1.5 to go. 6-1, New York. Man, this has probably been the fastest ball game I've had to call in my time doing Major League Baseball on YouTube and the StreamYard.
Wondering how you stack up? Well, get ready to bring your best stuff to MLB Pitch Hit and Run.
Top of the morning to you, laddies. Laddies.
Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the 2023 Pitch Hit and Run Finals at the World Series. today.
Let's go back to June 7th when Eddie De La Cruz hit his first homer against the Dodgers. This kid's been a phenomenon for the Reds as far as I'm concerned. Keep in mind, I've only been to the Great American Ballpark once. And here was his first career hit. A one-out double. Drew Von Hagen now comes on to replace Cabrera. No, brother. How many do I think are in the park tonight? I'd say around 25, maybe 30,000. I mean, we are facing the bottom dwellers of the NL Central. But on the other hand, we're close to the basement in our own rights in the NL East. Strike one to Lindor, who is 0 for 3 with a sac fly RBI, a double play ground out, and a strikeout. Not in that order, just for the record. Drew Verhagen is on the mound now. Missed most of last year with a hip issue.
30th appearance. Francisco Lindor takes the strike. Lindor delivered a run with a sac fly in the third, 0 for 2 tonight. 1 for his
Yet
last
again,
17.
Buck has this fucker hitting from the left when he should be hitting from the right. How many times am I going to say this, Lindor? Stop hitting from the left-hand side of the plate. I just want to kill Buck and force Lindor to do more hits from the right. It's Lindor, Beatty, and Pham in this inning. Fuck you, Lindor. Boo Bird's coming down on Frankie again. He's lost his sense of discipline at the plate.
Francisco is mired in a deep slump. Not that big a stride, but you see out in front and down on one knee that he just committing.
Strike one to Beatty.
Everything is so speeding up right now when you're in a slump.
Strike two. And again, guys, it's because Buck keeps forcing him to hit from the left-hand side of the plate when he's better from the right.
See Francisco with the tight hair.
Beatty hit a 2-run double, but he hasn't had much else since. Back in the first. But he hasn't had much else since then. Ground out in the third and a fly out in the sixth.
He swings over the curveball from Verhagen, and it's 0-2.
Ottavino is going to play the ninth.
Corbin, Arenado, and Contreras, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up.
Ball one to Beatty.
This is the kind of game that the Mets envisioned this year. Early offense, strong starting pitching, airtight relief. Haven't been too many of these this year. You need a whole bunch more.
Damn right.
Beatty goes down
on strike swinging, 2 away.
Strikeout for Verhagen, 2 out. That'll bring up Tommy Pham, who's hit the ball on the nose 3 straight times tonight. 2 singles and a line out. He's driven in 2 runs.
First one got to 3-0. Second one got to 5-0 for the Mets.
Major leagues. Always felt with the Cardinals as though Pham was fighting for more playing time. And the 1 year with the Cardinals that they played him almost every day, he had a great year. It's his best year in the major leagues.
When was that? 19 or 21 last?
It's really been the case again this year. He was not really thought of as a frontline player when the year began, 4th outfielder, but now you have no choice but to run him out there every day because he's been the hottest bat in the lineup.
And throwing the injury to Pete Alonso.
Now, you think be able to finish that before the end of the game?
This has been going by pretty quick, Gary.
Gotta clean that up.
Cleaning it.
That's fouled off. 1 and 2.
You can always flick it off your hand if it winds up there. You know the whole thing about sticky hands.
Cotton can. Oh, see?
That's driven to center.
This one up.
Short or shallow right.
Donovan with the angle, and now it comes the left right fielder Carlson.
And Carlson will catch it on the pop-up.
That sends us off to the ninth.
Let's go down 1, 2, 3 in the eighth. We go to the ninth. 6-1, New York. Still 6-1, New York. Still the Mets 6 and the Cardinals 1.
Hey fans, I'm breaking down MLB Play. I think they're the best MLB games. Now my personal favorite, Beat the Streak. Pick who you think will get a hit, building your own.
All right, so mixed tag. Minchin and AJ against Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux.
MLB Play. Great games, great prizes, and it's all free. No purchase necessary. Restrictions apply. See official rules and enter at MLB.com/play. Oh yeah!
For those wondering, I have no intention of also doing this commentary call for SmackDown tonight, as my main focus has been the ball game, not SmackDown. Ottavino coming on to close it out. Let's even get it.
Play So Rare MLB, a free revolutionary fantasy game and marketplace that transforms fans into general managers. Build your team.
Mets looking for only their 4th win of the month.
Collect, buy, sell, and trade to optimize your lineup. Compete against
But hopefully now that Marte is back where he belongs in the lineup in the 2 slot, Buck will understand that what he did for a month and a half did more harm than good.
Draft your set of free cards now at SoRare.com/MLB.
Because I've been screaming at him for a month to put Marte back in the 2 hole. 2 strikes now to Goldschmidt? Oh, Walker, excuse me. Or Gorman, excuse me. And they're keeping Walker in. Gorman has popped out and struck out twice.
Gorman's 0 for 3, struck out his last 2 at-bats. And Walker quickly ahead of him, 0-2.
0-2.
Gorman, a little withering glance back to Phil Cuzzy.
Well, I tell you what, son, these rookies,
Fuck you, Phil Cuzzy.
our day, you did that to an umpire and you were a rook.
0-2 pitch. Sit down. 1 away.
3 pitches, and Walker takes care of Gorman, who fans for the 3rd time tonight. Hey, kids, you can join us in the booth to call half an inning of a Mets game on SNY. Parents, go to sny.tv/kidcaster.
I'm way past it. Myself and my nephews are way past that age, and we don't live in New York City anymore.
Presented by HSS. 4 up and 4 down for Walker with 3 strikeouts, and here's Nolan Arenado. Arenado 0 for 3 tonight. There's a 9-game hitting streak in jeopardy.
Arenado's grounded out to second, grounded out to third, and he's lined out to Marte. Swing and a miss.
Swing, and he went around, and it's 1-1. Wilson Contreras on deck. Let's try to build a little momentum. 4-10 game tomorrow with Kodai Senga on the mound against Adam
I still wish
Wainwright.
Epler never made the Saturday games 4 o'clock for this squad. 1-2.
A high strike. 1-2. There's a lot of bad body language going on this Cardinal team right now.
And this is cutting off the circulation in my brain. I mean, it is smaller than my other hats. This one's fouled off. 1-2 still.
Well, they're 2-10 in June, and they've lost 5 in a row. There's your Honda Sports Night coming up after the post game. We'll get ready for Kodai Senga tomorrow.
We'll hear some scuttlebutt about the Knicks and Devils and Rangers making some moves. That's fouled off again. 0-2, still 1-2. This Scarlett's in-ring debut with the WWE, because she's never wrestled as far as I know. Ball 2.
It's over.
She's always been the valet for her husband, carrying cross.
Right at 2 hours right now. Game started at 7:11.
And I started this call at 7 o'clock.
1-2 from Walker.
Ball 2.
Inside with the slider, 2-2. Wilson Contreras on deck.
That's fly ball to the center. Nimmo's chasing it towards left center. He'll get under it. 2 down.
And thus the Cardinals are down to their
And Arenado's 9-game hitting streak is over. I think he smashed the bat down as he slammed it. Here's Wilson Contreras, who has the only run for St. Louis tonight, a solo bomb in the 5th.
16 games under 500.
And he hit a single in the 7th.
Wilson Contreras has accounted for their only run with a 5th inning home run against Tyler.
Here's the pitch from Walker. Fly ball to left. Pham chases after it. Game over. Mets win. 6-1 your final score. Stand up, New York Mets fans.
Mets score early and defeat the Cardinals 6-1 for their second straight win.
You know, Keith, the Mets just can't be beat when their pitchers.
That's it for this call. Mets maybe starting to get back into a groove of sorts. Second win in a row, but I'm not sure if they're going to get much ground after tonight. They're still 10.5 behind Atlanta. They'll still be 10.5 behind Atlanta. Maybe they'll be 4 back of Miami if Washington can pull off a miracle win. But regardless, winning pitcher, Ty McGill, he goes to 6-4. Miles Mikolas goes to 4-4 as the losing pitcher. No save involved in front of 33,948 at Citi Field. For the Mets, they get 6 runs on 8 hits, no errors. St. Louis gets 1 run on 5 hits. Styles clash. 1. Mets go 4 out of 6 with runners in scoring position, leaving 3 on base. Cardinals go 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position, leaving 4, including getting caught stealing a base in the getting caught stealing. Ty McGill, and collectively the Mets had no walks from their pitching unit, 11 strikeouts, 6 innings for Ty. AJ's trapped. Anyway, 4 hits, 1 run, 7 strikeouts for McGill, 1 strikeout, 1 hit for Leon, 3 strikeouts for Josh Walker. For the Cardinals, 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout for Mikolas, no strikeouts for through 6, no hits or strikeouts for Cabrera in 1 inning. Verhagen, 2 strikeouts in 1 inning. Only run scored for the Cardinals. Solo bomb by Wilson Contreras in the 5th to left center, down the left field line. Mikolas gave up a 2-run double by Brett Beatty, a 2-run a pair of singles to Tommy Pham that got 2 runs, a sac fly again in the Francisco Lindor, and a solo bomb by Daniel Vogelbach. That's it for this game. This is Mets 2-1-2-8 signing out. Leave a comment, smash the like, and sub to the channel. Goodbye, good night, bang, and let's go Mets.